Hey there, it is Heather, and it is the holidays. And oftentimes, holidays equal anxiety for a lot of people. And so, I want to give you some tools to help you navigate this holiday season so that you are feeling joyous and feeling the spirit of the season instead of feeling anxious. When we're talking about holiday anxiety, it's not just the holidays that are giving you anxiety, right? That's way too broad. So you have to actually start to get specific and figure out what your anxiety triggers are so you can get to the point where you can actually do something about what is causing you to feel anxious over the holidays. So here are some examples. Perhaps it is a specific person or persons. Maybe it's holiday food. Maybe it's gift giving. Maybe it has something to do with scheduling. So you're going to maybe just brainstorm a bit and try to diagnose what it is specifically that makes you anxious about the holidays. Then when you have that first pass of that list, you're going to go to step 2. And that is get really specific about what it is about that particular person or that place or that task that is giving you the anxiety. So let's say it is a person, it's your Aunt Janice. Everybody loves Aunt Janice, but for some reason, every time you're around her at the holidays, she makes you feel really anxious. Why? Maybe it's you realize that she asks you a lot of very personal questions and that you feel like when she's asking you those questions, maybe she is, I don't know, judging you for your life or the choices that you're making. And so you start to get defensive every time you talk to her, right? Food as another example, because a lot of people do get anxious around holiday food. Maybe you have been trying to watch your weight and you know you're going to be around a ton of desserts and drinks, and you are really anxious because you're wondering if you're going to be able to control yourself. Okay, so now we're just keep going with this detective work because all of this is great. All of these things give you information, and information is power. So what do you do with the power and the information that you have? That is step 3. You're going to create an action plan. You're going to think ahead of time about what you can do when you're with that specific person, when you're around that holiday food. If you're feeling overscheduled, you're going to plan and organize so that you don't say yes to too many things and that you have enough time in your schedule so that you feel relaxed instead of rushed. So with Aunt Janice as an example, let's say you know you're going to be talking to her and you know that she always makes you feel defensive. So an idea might just be, okay, I'm just going to not take what she says personally. You look around and you realize she asks everybody those questions. It's not just me, that's just how she is. Or perhaps if she does ask you a question that makes you feel defensive, you could say, well, Aunt Janice, I definitely understand that you're curious about my life, but it's kind of my own private life and I'd prefer not to talk about that. Right? So you just plan ahead, knowing how she is and knowing how you could, with some grace, respond to her questions, right? So all of that information where you figured out your triggers, just make a plan. Start thinking ahead about how you can react. Is there something you could particularly avoid if it is better for you not to be in that situation? And if you are going to be in the situation, then you have some tools and techniques because you've already thought ahead and visualized what you're going to do in those given situations. So this helps you navigate the holiday season so much better. And of course, please like this video, subscribe to the channel for more great content around anxiety.